Spokane Storytime. Hey, is Minnehaha Park haunted? Let's find out. So in 1889, a guy named A.J. Ross set up the Ross Park Electric Railway Company, and it connected downtown Spokane up here to Ross Park, which is now the Avista campus. And it was Spokane's first all-electric trolley system, and they generated electricity by harnessing the power of the Spokane River here, where they built a small powerhouse along the shore. And that's why this old historic building here is called the Ross Building. It was an old steam plant and generator because Washington Water Power eventually absorbed all the rail car companies in Spokane, and that's how they acquired this property here and built their campus. But before it switched hands, there was a guy named Edgar J. Webster who was the president of the Ross Park Railway, and like many of the real estate investors at the time, he was interested in extending the rail line to help out his little neighborhood he had growing called Minnehaha. And so Edgar J. Webster needed an attraction to add to the end of his rail line, kind of like Natatorium Park. And so when he bought 1,700 acres up here at the base of Beacon Hill, he added a lodge with a tennis court and a dance hall and healing spas. And the reason he set up these healing spas or bathhouses was because when he bought this property, he actually explored the whole thing and he found a natural freshwater spring. And that's how Minnehaha gets its name. It actually comes from the Dakota language. It means laughing water or waterfall. And these spas and bathhouses were pretty common back then in the late 1800s, not because of just their therapeutic properties, but because they didn't have very good plumbing or showers, and so it helped people stay clean. And that's how Medical Lake gets its name. It actually had bathhouses lined all up and down the shores, and it's because people got out there because it used to heal them. People even used to take their animals into the water to help cure disease and sickness. And that's also how Soap Lake out in central Washington gets its name, because it's so rich in mineral content. It has this thin film on the top that kind of looks like soap. And so Native American tribes have been going there for generations for its healing properties. But why do people think the park here at Minnehaha is haunted? Well, Spokane legend has it that there used to be an orphanage here and that there was a fire and 3 children burnt in this fire. But this building right here is actually the Edgar J. Webster house. It was built for his lodge and it was never used as an orphanage. There was a fire in 1899, but it was the dance hall. It was the Minnehaha Inn, and there's no record of anyone being hurt. And I can't even find where the dance hall used to exist, just like I can't figure out where the spring used to be. And rumor has it you can still hear kids playing at night, even after dark, when there's no one out here, and that there's some cold breezes you might get, and some whispers from the woods back here. But I think that's all just Spokane legend because of this cool, old, creepy building, and people didn't know what it was, and so they had to make up a story about it. And in 1909, the city eventually acquired Minnehaha Park and remodeled it in the 1920s. They used it for silent films there for a short while, but now it is a mecca for mountain biking and rock climbing. And that's the legend of Minnehaha Park, and now you know.